Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. It's a beautiful sunny morning where I am. I hope it's lovely wherever you are in your world. And it's been an interesting morning. I'm on day 5 now of my urinarian quest, and so I'm going to bring some light into that. I've a couple of things. Yesterday, I had my second bowel movement, and it came on kind of surprising because I had been weaning down prior to starting on Monday, and Monday morning was like the last time I had took a dump. And so anyway, yesterday it just kind of snuck up on me, and I could tell it was a cleansing. It was real obvious to me, and so that was a good sign. And I can feel my organs shrinking, literally. It's interesting. And I've walked maybe about, at least I've walked 50 miles this week in the last 4 days. And yesterday when I went to bed, I was pretty tired. And this morning I got up at my usual time at 4 a.m. and I got up and started doing my work on my computers and, drank my pee. And I was feeling groggy. So I went back to bed and started reading Man's Higher Consciousness, which I'm reading for the 3rd time. I love that book. I fell back asleep and took a nap. And then I got up and got dressed because it was, kind of, for me, it's kind of late in my day when it's already way daylight. So I got dressed and still feeling a little just tired, but motivated nonetheless, determined, absolutely. So I went out. I do a 3-mile walk in the morning, and the first mile and a half, about half of it actually, is all uphill, and then it goes downhill, and then it flattens out, and it's a lovely walk. But here's the good news. See, by taking the walk, and I started out kind of tired, I shuffled along, but I because there was it's just the fresh air and the sunshine and the movement and the meditation, the process. It's cosmic energy, and it made me realize more and more that I'm getting fed right now. I was literally getting my breatharian breakfast on. Air, sunlight, a little exercise, boom, boom, boom. So I know I'm well into the process now, and I realize more and more each day that that things are changing, things are happening, and I know it's just about dedication at this point. My determination and my discipline are key ingredients to manifesting the outcome I'm looking for. And I am truly looking for to be completely free of any addiction. Plain and simple. That is my goal. So I feel that if I can get to a point where I just live on breath and I drink my, urine, and I've also lately, over these first few days, I have been having sips of distilled water here and there. So it hasn't been solely my urine. But my goal, my number one goal in this quest right now is to get past my addiction of food. That's my goal. So if I incorporate a little distilled water along with my pee, I'm not tripping because I'm still in a urinarian. I'm in a liquidarian. I'm not a complete breatharian. So to call myself a breatharian would be incorrect because I am relying on liquids. But the thing I know and the things I've learned with the it's such a critical book for this exercise that I'm doing is Man's Higher Consciousness by Hilton Hotmas, because he takes you through every understanding and stage, plus has case histories and valid facts to back up everything he says about how to achieve Breatharianism, how to get there. And it is a process. Now, I'm almost 64, so I spent, 64 years almost. Well, actually, right now, I would have still been on urine therapy. Think about that. I would have still been in the womb drinking pee. But after that, when I started my food addiction, it's been pretty sustainable, and it's been in my consciousness. It's owned me. It's literally owned me. So that's my goal. That's my number one absolute highest intention with this exercise right now. First things first. When I get past the point of any thoughts, any feelings, any desires, anything, when my body, my mind, my heart, my soul, my spirit, and everything has absolutely zero consideration or attachment to food and eating, I will feel that I have kicked my addiction and that I've changed my habit. And so until then, I'll do as I must, one day at a time. And so far, so good. I'm happy. I am. I think the results are awesome, and I'm really enjoying my life. I feel like the world is opening up. And I was thinking. Recently I bought a book. I scour used books, and so I get a great deal in a local store because they're just little thrift shops. But anyway, it's an old book by Tony Robbins. He went by Anthony Robbins. It was written like in 93 or 4 or something like that. Really thick book, 500, 600 pages with all these work exercises and stuff, but a lot of valuable stuff in there. And the book is entitled Awaken the Giant Within. And when I bought it, I thought, how curious, because I'd never seen the book. I'd never heard of the book. I mean, I know who Tony Robbins is, but I wasn't a follower, and I didn't read his book, so I didn't know. So anyway, back in 2000, right around, 2000, was about there, I published a book, and the book was called Awaken the Giant That Lives Inside. And you can see there, it was written by the MC Rev Kev. So the MC Rev Kev was my earlier stunt double. And I got that. I got ordained as a minister on February 14th, Valentine's Day of 1999. I became a minister. And so that was cool. I didn't do anything with it. It was a spiritual quest. And that's all it really meant to me at the time. I didn't want to marry people or to do it, it wasn't about that. It was more of a spiritual journey. And so anyway, when I published this book, there's 56 poems in this book. And this is just one of, I have 7 collections altogether that are on, that I put on tape, I put on CDs, that I put in published form like this, and poster size, and all that. So, I wanted to share this poem with you this morning, because it's all relative. And it's exactly what's happening. And I wrote this poem, like back in 1999 or something. And this one is the title that I used for the book, out of the 56 poems. This was the one I chose for the title. So it's called Awaken the Giant. So when I first wrote it, I'll preface a little bit. There's a couple interchangeable words. Well, one interchangeable word that's in repeat, and that is the word goddess. Because I can read it in the with the text of goddess or God, but this is a message to you, to me, the I am that I am. So, with that being said, here it is. Awaken the giant that lives inside. I see the goddess when I look in your eyes, the essence of being that lives deep inside. You are a gift that you share. It multiplies quickly with plenty to share. To be in your presence and watch you unfold is so very precious, like diamond and gold. I honor the goddess that your presence brings, like beautiful flowers blooming in spring. Awaken the giant and see that it's true. The giant is a goddess, and that goddess is you. And that's how it works. But you could say, I see the God when I look in your eyes. So that's what I mean. It's all about, it's about awakening ourselves. And that's exactly what I see happening with the breatharian pursuit, the urinarian pursuit. 3 months into the urine therapy, I'm a changed person. I'm completely changed. Everything's changing, and it's changing so quickly. And it's remarkable, quite frankly. I'm amazed. And so I'm happy. I feel real blessed. And I hope that, and more importantly, today I just want to give a real acknowledgement to all the people that have, forged this. I'm such a newbie at this. I'm the 100th monkey that jumped in. And, but there's so many people that have fired ahead for years and years on this charge that you should really investigate how many people are dedicated, committed, and really resourced and educated. Me, I have personal favorites, and that's Monica Schutt and Dave Murphy, D Murphy 25, and Andrew Norton Weber. They're three of my favorites personally. I love the book by Martha Christie, Your Own Perfect Medicine. I really enjoy the book by Hilton Hodma's Man's Higher Consciousness. And these are all instrumental tools, because what this is about is changing addiction. What this is about is changing your habit. And the only way these things happen is with a change of mind. Nobody can do any intervention except you. It's all an inside job. So if you're, to me, see, it's about optimum health. Like, I had hand surgery, and I'm recovering quickly on the hand surgery. But the thing is, see, when I went to have my hand surgery, both my hands were crippled. My left hand's not crippled anymore, and I'm pretty convinced I'm not going to have the surgery on my left hand because I don't see the need for it. My body is self-healing. Now, had I waited, I may have healed this hand completely without the surgery, and that's a fact, because both hands were in the same crippled state when I had the hand surgery done, and I had only been into the urine therapy just a matter of weeks. So now with the urine therapy and not eating, I feel the healing process accelerating. And so I'm almost convinced at this point that I don't see any point in going through the second surgery. Now, I think that's good news. Yeah. So, with all that being said, I love you. Peace and happiness, and hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And pa-boom, bam, you just been loved. Hope you do.